Greetings, I am the Game Dork, and I am here with my good friend DC from Luton XP.
Hello.
We are going to show you how to play the Red Dragon Inn. We're going to start off with Volume 1. There are currently 6 volumes and another one in production, but by the time you watch this video, there may be more.
The differences between the volumes are minimal. Depending on which printing and which volume you may have one of a number of different varieties of artwork. For example, the player mats might be different. You also might have slightly different artwork on the drink cards. And you might either have printed tokens or glass beads to represent the fortitude and drunkenness. The only other real difference between the volumes is which characters are included. Characters from one volume can be played alongside characters from any other volume. In addition, there are expansions called allies, which include 1 or maybe 2 extra characters. These may be added to any of the base games, but they may not be played by themselves, as they require components that are not included in the allies expansion set. Some of the characters may have additional components. For example, Zakon the Drunken Master from Volume 5 has a Drunken Chi token, which is used in conjunction with some of his cards. Pookie the Vicious, which is one of the ally expansions, has a Mood card, which has an effect on some of his other cards. Or Brewmaster Frank from Volume 3, who in addition to his regular card deck, has a potion deck. Each of these additional components is explained in the rules if you need them. In all other respects, each volume and each expansion is functionally identical to Volume 1.
Here we have all of the items that come in Volume 1. We have gold coins, some tokens, playmats, and several decks of cards. The 4 main decks of cards include the characters that are available to you in Volume 1. These include Deirdre the Priestess. She is good at defensive and healing abilities.
Gurky is a sneak, which in this game is basically a thief. Very good at gambling, taking everyone's money, and dodging drinks thrown his way.
Zot the Wizard and his animal companion Pookie, who is a good all-around character. He's got magic that allows him to do a little bit of everything.
And finally, Fiona, the Volatile, who's the fighter of this group, and that means she does the damage, also blocks the fortitude damage that would otherwise come her way.
And finally, we have the drink deck, which is the cards that have all of the drinks on them.
To set up, each player takes a playmat. They choose a character and take the character deck for that character. Place it in the appropriate place on your player mat. Each player takes 10 gold coins. If you are playing in a 2-player game, each player only takes 8 gold coins. If there are 7 or more players, then you will need to take 12 gold coins each. Take 1 card from the drink deck and place it on the drink me pile of your player mat. Place the fortitude marker on the 20 space of your player mat and the drunkenness marker on the 0 space of your player mat. Finally, place the drink deck in the middle of the table where everyone can reach it easily, and set the gold coins aside. The stash of gold coins is called the inn. Once each player has set up their player mat, everybody draws 7 cards to start. The turn order is listed on your player's mat. The first phase is discard and draw. You may discard any number of cards in your hand that you do not like. Then you draw up to 7 cards. The next phase is the action phase. You may play any 1 action card. Card types are denoted by the listing under the title. Most action cards are fairly straightforward. Simply follow the instructions printed on the card.
And as my action... Hey, no more chainmail bikini jokes. You lose 2 fortitude.
Alrighty.
There is one action card that is a little more complicated, though. That is the Gambling I'm In card. This card starts a round of gambling. When you start a round of gambling, you are pausing the game to play a mini-game that occurs entirely within the action phase. Once a round of gambling has begun, all players must ante. Place 1 gold coin into the pot in the center. There are cards that allow you to avoid joining a round of gambling, but unless you have such a card, you must ante. Once everybody has anteed, the player who started the round of gambling is considered to be in control. All players then get to take turns playing cards that put them in control. These card types are either gambling or cheating. If you play a card that says take control of a round of gambling, then you are now considered to be in control. Once everybody has passed, whoever is in control wins the pot. Take all of the gold that has been anteed, and the play returns to the current player, who resumes their turn where they left off. The third phase is Order Drinks. Take the top card of the drink deck and place it on the Drink Me pile of any player. The last phase is the Drink phase. Turn over the top card of your Drink Me pile and follow the listed effects. Most drinks have between 1 and 4 alcohol content. Your drunkenness increases by the listed amount. Some drinks have no effect. Others affect your fortitude, either instead of or in addition to your drunkenness. There are also some cards that are a drink with a chaser. If you draw such a card, you must draw a second drink card and take its effect as well. Treat the 2 cards as a single drink. If you don't have any more drink cards, then take the effects of the drink and ignore the chaser. There are also some drink cards that are drink events. Instead of a drink, they instruct you to perform a certain action. For example, the Drinking Contest card says that all players must draw a drink from the drink deck and take its effects. Whichever player drank the drink with the highest alcohol content wins the contest, and receives 1 gold from each other player. In addition to the cards that are played during the normal phases, there are 2 other card types: sometimes cards and anytime cards. Sometimes cards can be played at certain times, which will be listed on the card. Anytime cards can be played at any time, even during another player's turn. There are 2 more important rules. If you don't have any drink cards in your Drink Me pile during your drink phase, your drunkenness decreases by 1 as you start to sober up. Also, when the drink deck runs out, all players must pay 1 gold to the inn to convince the wench to bring more drinks. Shuffle the drink deck discard pile to form a new drink deck. Play continues in this manner until a player either runs out of gold, or if the player runs out of gold, the wench kicks you out of the tavern. You are out of the game. Or a player's fortitude and drunkenness tokens meet. If your fortitude and drunkenness meet, you pass out. You are out of the game. In this case, half of your gold goes to the inn, rounding up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 2, 4, 6, 8 to the inn.
And the other half is distributed evenly between all remaining players.
2 to Zot, 2 to Deirdre, 2 to Gurky,
Any remainder also goes to the
and
inn.
the last to the inn.
Once there is only one player remaining in the game, that player is declared the winner.
And just a little something extra. It's a 4-thing line.
Oh, I can't do anything to prevent myself from drinking it, so the 2 is enough to put me over the top. And I am drunk and passed out under the table. So there you have it. How to play the Red Dragon Inn.
I really enjoy this game, especially if you can play with people who get into the characters, like being a sneaky thief, being a wily wizard with his crazy pet rabbit, being a priestess who loves to help people for the charity of her goddess, and then the fiery Fiona who doesn't take any jokes lightly.
This is definitely not a serious game. It's a light-hearted, fun game where you have a lot of fun playing and stabbing each other in the back and gambling and just doing all sorts of interesting things.
It's a fantasy drinking game that's supposed to bring the life of the adventurer to the tavern, and just, team fighting is encouraged in this case.
I'd just like to say an extra special thank you to Luton XP, to DC, and all the other wonderful people that own this fine establishment.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Take care. See you next time.
Bye.